Yo, 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 welcome to Audio Addiction. It is your boy Brandon. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for chilling. It feels like a long time, though. I feel like we did stream on Wednesday for the Halloween stream. So I don't know why it feels longer than normal, but if you're new here, thank you for hanging. Thanks for pulling up. We are doing BAP tonight, courtesy of Connie. Connie had won the wheel last month. So they chose BAP. So very excited. So if you have not checked out BAP, this is the time to check them out. So very excited. Um, Other than that, hope y'all are doing well on this Monday. So come join live. I do these live Monday, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, come through. Would love to see it. Would love to see you in chat. Um, Connie, hello, gunky evening. I'm excited for some BAP as well as I am. Um, I don't know. I assume we are doing potentially both tonight. I have no idea. I know Connie has given me the 18 title tracks from BAP, and there looks to be about 10 solo songs. So I think we can get through both tonight potentially. So if not, we'll let you know. But I know I've done typically the about the same amount as that live. So we'll do it. We'll do it. But um Biscuit, hello. BAP. Yep. Stoked. Connie says let's go BAP time. Uni, hello. Hopefully you had a good birthday. But yeah, very excited. I guess I kind of want to bring this over just cuz I know Connie gave some really cool write up for this. So um Kunky says definitely not gonna make it through 28 songs. Uh, Jazz, yay, BAP. Thanks for pulling up. Talita says, oh my god, BAP finally. Yeah, Sally, hello. Connie says, yeah, by the way, uh, solo playlist is just some solo songs, not all their songs. Okay, fair enough. Sarah, hello. Very cool. All right. I will pull up Connie's thing because I feel like I gotta give them a shout. They put BAP absolute perfect. BAP is a popular South Korean K-pop boy group, known for their tough bad boy style. Um, Debuted in 2012 under TS Entertainment. Their fandom name is Baby. Baby always behind you. Their light stick is sick. I will say, I do like their light stick a lot. Um, the new version looks the I feel like the new version is like when you bring out like the new iPhone, everything's more curved and like more I don't know. Like I don't know, there's something about this style in the middle one that I'm like, "Ooh, that's kind of cool." But all right. Uh so these are the members Bang Younggook, Daehyun, Youngjae, Junghook, is it Zello? I hope I've got it correct. Or Zelo and Himchan, which we will not talk about because you can obviously read. So I'm not gonna talk about them. But Matkokis. Hopefully I've Matokis. Hopefully I've got that correct. Or Matoki. Anyway, got it all wrong. This is the rabbit like alien mascot of the K-pop group BAP. Okay, so it was created in 2012. Each of the six members have their own unique color and design that reflects their personalities of the member that they represent. Shishimato represents Jungkook. He's red with a scar on one eye and a strong personality. That's cool. Uh, Kekkemato represents Daehyun. He is white with a symbol on his eye known for his singing ability. Fair enough. Cool. Uh, Yokomato represents Youngjae, a yellow one who wears a tie and has a charming personality. Very nice. We have Dada Mato, which represents Jong-up. It is green with a moon symbol, reflecting his talent for dance. And then we have Totomato, which represents the youngest member, Zello. It is a blue a blue character wearing a crown reflecting his energy and talent. Ooh, okay. Very nice, very nice. And then I have a little bit of history. Pre-debuted in 2011. They were introduced. The first members were introduced were Jungkook, who collaborated on the song "Going Crazy," and Him Chan, who hosted a TV show. Looks like they debuted in 2012, as I've been mentioning, with the single "Warrior," a hip hop track that differentiated them from Pretty Boy concept prevalent in the K-pop at the time. Their first EP was also titled "Warrior." Um, which reached number 10 on the Billboard charts in February 2012. And it looks like they had some tours and albums. The groups continue to release music, including their first full-length First Sensibility in 2014, their second album Noir in 2016, and they went on several world tours, visiting cities in America, Asia, Australia, and Europe. It looks like they did have a lawsuit, unfortunately, and come back in 2014. The members filed a lawsuit against their agency TS Entertainment for unfair working conditions. After reaching a settlement in 2015, the group really turned with the EP Matrix, and then disbandment in 2019. Jungkook and Zella left the agency in 2018, and then the four remaining members left in 2019, leading to the group's unofficial disbandment. And it says come back in 2014 as of February 18th of 2019, all the members' contracts with TS has been terminated, and then announced that they wouldn't renew. BAP's initially disbandment was on the same date, though they were reformed on June 12th of 2024 by MA Entertainment, minus Zello, who was serving in the military, but is expected to return as well. And it looks like the four original members, Jungkook, Daehyun, Youngjae, and Youngup, announced their comeback under the name Bang, Jung, Yu, and Moon, and they released the album Curtain Call and planned more activities. So very nice. I don't know, Connie. I know I saw at the bottom you had some like tidbits about each member. I don't know if you want me to read those before we get into the songs or not, but I'll drag it off screen so I can read this at a future date here. Connie said, yeah, LOL. Connie says TS, oof. Or Jazz says TS with the eye rolling, oof. Okay. I'll read them off now. Can't imagine. I probably should read them now. So Connie includes some fun facts for the members. Jungkook has an identical twin brother, Bang Youngnam, who is in a rock band, and has an older sister who is a tattoo artist. That's cool. That's cool. What a very like artistic family. That's awesome. He is also known to be a pacifist and is actively involved in philanthropic causes. He also incorporates plastic art elements into his solo music and visuals. Very interesting. He has a producer alias Andrew Bong, under which he wrote and produced songs not only for B.A.P but for other artists. And before his debut with B.A.P, he was an underground known by the alias Jep Blackman. Ooh, wow, okay, very interesting. Daehyun has a background in musical theater and starred in several productions, including Napoleon, Grease, The Moment. That's cool. Him and Ken Daniel of 101 went to the same dance academy in Busan. Very cool. As the youngest member of the Hyung line, he enjoys gaming. Let's go, my goat. Despite his idol status, Daehyun speaks with a heavy Busan dialect that he cannot hide, which is something fans found endearing. Oh, wow, very nice. Fun fact, I was also born in Busan, so very nice. Youngjae appeared twice on the show of King of the Masked Singers. I love watching those videos. We'll have to do another one of them. I'm always shocked by those. Showcasing his excellent voice skills, he earned a nickname Genius from fans for his intelligent and thoughtful personality. It looks like he also got into acting in 2019, starring in the web drama Kim is a Genius. And he is also known for being very tidy, organized, and especially when it comes to his shared living spaces. Hey, let's go. Let's see. Jung Up. He's an incredible main dancer. He is also known for being shy and a bit awkward, surprisingly contrasting his charismatic stage presence. I feel like that seems appropriate. Not that it wouldn't be otherwise, but I feel like that kind of makes sense though. I could see that. In dorms, his designated chore was to do the dishes. His musical idol is Chris Brown. Okay. Interesting choice. I'm not going to say for or against that, but interesting choice nonetheless. Before debuting in B.A.P, he was a backup dancer for label mates Secret and Untouchable. Okay. Very nice. And lastly, Zello holds a black belt in Taekwondo and is an active practitioner in his youth. Interesting. Okay. He originally dreamed of being a professional soccer player, but became interested in music after seeing other dancers and singers perform. Fair enough. And also, as the youngest, he was often last to do laundry, sometimes fell asleep waiting for his turn. And he was known for his dedication, practicing for many hours a day and still feeling like he wasn't enough. Hey, I feel like you got to give him a lot of credit. You know, I feel like I give a lot of credit to a lot of the K-pop artists. I mean, they literally spent so many hours and so much time and dedication to doing their craft. So you love to see it. So very nice, very nice. Well, we're going to get started. The first one is Warrior, as mentioned in the text from Connie. Warrior is a debut song from B.A.P, released on January 26th of 2012. The song was noted for its tough concept and social criticism, setting itself apart from the usual image of boy groups at the time. And the song was co-written by the group's leader, Jungkook, along with Kang Ji-won and Kim Ki-brum. So, very nice. Also, hello to Kala and Andy. Thanks for pulling up. So, all right, let's rock. Let's get into Warrior. I'm excited. Oh, is it? Sorry. I'm on the wrong one. Sorry. I had the solos up first. All right, here's Warrior. I clicked the wrong screen. Classic Brandon.
Warrior's back.
That was also good though.
We gonna rock this.
Okay.
Once again, what's the name of the game? We get paid, die us. Bang, bang, 비겁하겠다. 그대 뒤에서 머리 겨누다. 그대들의 위선을 용서받을 수 있나? 모두 가면 소리다. 너를 죽이려. 지나가는 너를 맡겨봐. 내 가슴에 불을 지펴봐. 주말보다 좀 더 빠르게 내 가슴에 파고 들어가. 모두 조용한데. Get down, get down, get down.
Interesting. Wow.
Get down, get down, get down. Yeah, 이나기 싸움에 목이 마른 그대들을 위해 날리는 펀치. 서로가 다르고 가리고 그 말이고 무지한 사람들 말이고 심장에 우리는 내 말이 네 말과 다르냐 화가 난 이대로 내 말이 잔소리. 이 실들을 위한 기도 가려진 시스템 검은 그림자가 위로 대표도 굴하지 않는 시선과 배지 What's the name of the game B.A.P 절망의 늪에서 살아본 적 있나 Bang bang 악몽들이 날 괴롭혀 길이는 나지만 악마 같은 입술로 날 쉽게 말할 테까 지나가는 너를 맡겨봐 내 가슴에 불을 지펴봐 정말보다 좀 더 빠르게 내 가슴에 파고 들어가 너를 조력한다
Okay, okay. Very stomp the yard. Okay. All right. Very cool. This was BAP's Warrior to start the evening off. Very nice. A couple comments here. All right, everybody's saying blonde guys galore. Talia says the blonde Asian people. Yeah. Connie says gotta send the meme of that in Discord. I'll have to check it. Gungi says they're so entertaining, and Connie said so cool. Cal says also very cool. Very nice. I don't believe that I have listened to them this song specifically. I know I've listened to some BAP songs, so I wasn't like entirely shocked. And I was like, oh, okay. I kind of knew what they were cooking with here. But I enjoyed this a lot. I think what stood out to me immediately is how refreshing they are in terms of like the stylization. Like, I don't think that I could think of a group that has kind of carried a similar energy as of yet in this sort of stylization, you know. I could imagine even more so in that time period. Like, definitely releasing a song like this feels very different from what I remember of that time period in terms of generation. But I really liked it. I thought it was so much fun. I think I do feel like the song as a whole, I was like, okay, we're starting here. Like, it's good. I like it. But I feel like it just kind of snowballs and continues to get better and better as you listen to it. That little dance break section with them doing kind of like the stomps and the claps and everything, like, and even some of like the more production stylistic choices I thought were very interesting. But I love that combination of like, I guess like more natural, like sounding production, I guess, in some ways versus like ones where I'm like, okay, you know, like I think it kind of separates it from like the masses of songs that I can think of that time frame. I also think that they did not skimp on like the rapping in this song as well as the vocals. I feel like there was just a proper mix of really, really great vocals. Like their vocalists absolutely crush, and obviously excited to see more of their talents as we go on. But I was like, I kept sitting here and being like, oh damn, this is really sick, and I like this part. And then we got to the next part, I was like, damn, this is really cool too. Um, but I do feel like, to me at least, first initial thoughts of people that I like, I'm definitely gonna say Zello. I loved his like rapping section. I feel like I'm probably gonna like him a lot throughout the, throughout a lot of the BAP stuff. But I also got to give shout outs to both Daehyun and Youngjae. I feel like their vocals were just chef's kiss. They were just so good. So I definitely appreciate that a lot as well too. But yeah, overall, I felt like this was a great start. I genuinely was stoked when Connie had asked to do BAP, because we've listened to some B-sides and I've enjoyed them. But I feel like this is such a good song. And I'm curious, for people that have been K-pop fans for a while and maybe haven't listened to this song recently, I'm curious if you feel like this one like holds up. I think personally, as a first listen, like I still feel like this one holds up really well, in my opinion. I feel like sometimes groups that we cover that are a little bit, like early third gen, maybe late second gen, like I do feel like some of the songs, I'm like, you could tell, but this production sounds really good. And also I love like some of the distorted like kicks and stuff that they used in this song. I thought it was very interesting overall. So I'm curious what people think, if they think that this song still holds up in 2025. I feel like it's still really good, in my opinion. So very nice. So thanks for hanging. Wow Thou, thanks for hanging. Hi chat. Yes. Thanks for coming through. Welcome in. All right. Well, I think we're gonna keep it moving. The next one we have, it looks to be, is Power. Connie says Power is the second single and single album by K-pop group B.A.P, released on April 27th of 2012. The track continued and reinforced the badass concept and social criticism that the band has started with their debut, Warrior. The music video for Power, the members BAP showcased more powerful choreography and lyrics in their debut. The song critiques the abuse of power by the rich and powerful in society. Ooh, okay. Love to see it. All right. Let's keep this shit moving.
너인 길을 막고 입을 막고 네 배 채우기 밥보다 뺏어가는 road 대칼고 말이처럼 군 권력 명예들은 안 변하는 world 움직여 때가 됐어 강자와 약자가 판을 부수는 도 형님 이건 개라니까 또 그러니까 모두 keep it up 더는 없어 정의는 없어 돈 앞에 다 굴복하는 세상이야 힘 있는 자의 그늘에 힘없는 자는 죽는다 아니야 No 정말 이건 아니야 내가 왔어 우리가 왔어 Stop We got the power I got the power 그 앞에 굴하지만 넌 그러지 마라 고개 들어라 We got the power 그에 맞서 싸워 천사의 얼굴로 날 쳐다보지 마 Everybody say, hey Jude. One more say, hey Jude. Everybody say, hey Jude. One more say. 뻔한 빛을 가린 자들이 부리는 웨이코 정말 배들을 닮은 개들은 내가 시가 찍고 진한 감정을 속에 맞서 싸우는 게내 ego 날 맞춰 들어박힌 것들은 아무도 모르게 닿게 부셔 Wow 이젠 움직일 시간이 됐어 먹다 crowd action 우리 이 세상에 새바람을 일으켜 나 따라와 저리 비켜 우린 약한 자들이 있어 back 시간 됐어 그 시간 됐어 악한 자만 살아남는 세상이야 뒷위에 나와 웃는 얼굴로 어린 영혼들을 짓밟는다 아니야 No 정말 이건 아니야 내가 왔어 우리가 왔어 Stop
Great chorus. Wow. Holy shit.
Everybody say, hey Jude. One more say, hey Jude. Everybody say, hey Jude. One more say.
Love that guitar. That's cool. Wow. All right. Very cool. This was BAP's Power. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see. A couple comments here. Also why I do that, I noticed my camera is a little wonky. So just okay, cool. Now I seemed a little delayed, so now I'm fixed. Very nice. All right. Let's see. Thal says, I personally prefer Power over Warrior. Okay, I could see that. Toledo also says the same, and Connie says the same. Wow, okay, this is a very hot song. Connie says, love Young Jay's part on this song. Very good. He was very good. I also agree. Kunky says so much power. There's a lot of power. Also, I couldn't help but think of like the G Jack and Power song anytime somebody says power now as well too. So twofold. Toledo says the hairspray dance. I've never seen that, and I can guarantee you I don't think I would see it again, to be honest. I mean, it would be cool, but Thao says, I think Daehyun said it was salon pass spray for the MV shoe. Their poor eyes. Jazz says, get it, Daehyun. That's crazy. Their eyes must have been fucked for sure. Connie says Daehyun with the vocals, always slaying. Okay, so he's the one who always does the, like, no pun intended, the power vocals. And Kala says, that was sick. I agree. I feel like I have to give them both some. I mean, obviously I gave a lot of love to Warrior, but I also really enjoyed this one. I think for me, I don't know. I liked both of them a lot. So I don't know if I could really place one above the other. And to be fair, these are both my first listens of these songs, so maybe I'll have more of a generalized opinion on where if one's better than the other as I go through and listen to them more. But what I notice a lot, especially in these earlier stages of BAP, is they've got a lot of vocal grit. Like an insane, like there's some parts in the song where I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, they're really like hitting that like vocal grit. And I love that because I come from like a rock and metal background. And so I feel like whenever I hear that, I just really enjoy it. I also feel like, and I think I have mentioned it in some of the BAP B-side songs that we listen to, but I love that they incorporate a lot of like great guitar work in these songs. Like I think it gives like that really great like rock arena rock sort of energy to their songs that I really appreciate. And it was something that I really noticed more so listening to the B-sides, but now I'm starting to hear it since I obviously haven't checked out the title tracks. Now it makes sense that I feel like they incorporated a lot in their music, so that's really, really sick, and I love seeing that. Vocals, again, Daehyun, I'll back that up. I really enjoyed his vocals. I'm still on the Zello train. I think he's got such a cool like rap tone. I do really like a lot of rappers and groups typically, but I feel like his voice is so cool. So I love hearing his sections of the song. But genuinely, all of them did great. I don't feel like obviously I gave Dahyun and as well Zello some love, but genuinely I feel like I could have picked any one of them and been like I really enjoyed their sections of the songs. I will say that the chorus is extremely dynamic. I noticed that I don't know if I noticed it in the second chorus, but definitely in the first one, um, they had like this cool post chorus like beat at the end that I really appreciated. I don't think it was in the second chorus, but it was really really cool, and I think it transitioned into like that rapping section with Zello so nicely that I was like, damn, I kind of wish they did that. But but overall, I felt like this one was, at least in my opinion, I feel like they were on equal ground. I didn't feel like I was like, "Ooh, I really love Power," but I also really enjoyed, obviously their debut song "Warrior." So for me, I think it would be a little bit closer in terms of favorites, but genuinely, I think I could pick Power today, and I could pick Warrior tomorrow. I just think they're both really damn good. So, I think that to me is a win. You love to see it. So, Talia says the guitar in this one beats Warrior for me personally, and Thao says yes. And also Baby Zello is so cool. Very nice. Thao says, are we keeping a kill count for the members? Oh my god. That is interesting. I noticed it on the first one, but it's an interesting thing. I'll have to keep an eye out now for that. But very cool, very cool. BAP so far, really rad. So definitely stoked. But we're gonna keep it moving. The next one on the playlist here is No Mercy. No Mercy is the debut album for BAP, released on July 19th of 2012. The album self-titled track is an energetic hip-hop track that continues the tough guy concept the group has established with their previous releases, being Warrior and Power. The song No Mercy incorporates elements of Samul Nori, a type of traditional Korean percussion music, or used in traditional Korean percussion music, into the instrumentation, combining it with hip-hop beats. Ooh, okay. Very nice. Talita answers let's. Jazz says it'd be never ending for real. Oh my god. All right. So it must happen a lot. So anyway, let's go into No Mercy.
Yeah, sounds good. We fly here, B.A.P. Lego. Yeah, let it go, something like
네 그대 그건 아이가 아이가 음악이 장난이가 고마 우린 아이다 네 극하이 내 일카지 안 극하면 내 일카나 고마하고 됐다만 네 그건 저리 튀어보라
아따 야도 자세 같은 자도 아니여 봄에 행는 여기 꼴좀 보스 겁나 아니여 나쁜 자세도 씹어주는 게 선행 아닙니까 어디처럼 하는 랩 바로 이 맛 아닙니까 갇힌 패러다임 부셔줄게 we so fly 바보같이 따라하진 않겠어 무쇠 같은 너와 나를 비교하지 마 이제는 너 그렇게 봐주지 않겠어 No, 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 no mercy
We are the main 우리 따라와 잘 알아 음악은 신나는 게임
차원이 달아서 we making classic 제대로 느끼게 해줄게 이제 니들이 무서워할 마 we will be back 음악이 울려
Okay.
퍼진다 함성이 크게 터진다 꽉 들리스니 빛깔 let me walk out 같이 안 들을게 beat up we are worldwide No mercy Yeah we are the B.A.P
Baby what's up 우리가 what's up 이제는 너 그렇게 봐주지 않겠어
No mercy
Yeah we are the B.A.P
이제 알겠어 자비란 없어 우리를 느낄 준비됐음 put your hands up 더 크게 소리 질러봐 get your hands up
Wow. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah we are the B.A.P
Baby what's up 우리가 what's up 이제는 너 그렇게 봐주지 않겠어 Yeah we are the B.A.P
Nice falsetto tone. Wow.
자비란 없어 우리를 느낄 준비됐음 put your hands up 더 크게 소리 질러봐 get your hands up
Oh, did I stop in time? Okay, cool. I was like, oh shit, I didn't do it. All right, very cool. That was BAP's No Mercy. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Connie says, love this one. Okay. We found out quickly that there was no subs, which is fine. No problem, Jazz. Appreciate you letting me know. Thao says, I just recently learned that this song was only meant to be an intro, but the members loved it so much they made it into a full track. Ah, very interesting. And the finger tutting always takes me back to the early 2010s. Very nice. Connie says, this song has so many interesting and fun parts. I agree. I feel like this one, I gotta let it stew a little bit more. I didn't hate it, but there are definitely some elements of the song that like I kind of was like making some faces. I'm sure y'all saw, of course. But I do feel like there are some moments where I was like, this is a very interesting stylistic choice. I imagine that this song will probably grow on me more, but there is a lot of stuff going on. And I think in terms of the songs that they've released so far, like I feel like they have a specific way of thinking in terms of their writing. And not to say that this doesn't, of course, but this one I feel like would take me more time to kind of appreciate. The instrumentation was very interesting in terms of the songwriting perspective, where I felt like some of like the band elements of BAP like sat in the mix really well. I think that this one feels a little bit odd, only because I think that like the way that it's mixed, it almost feels like the instrumentation is like pushed back farther in the mix, and like there's just such a gap between like their singing and like rapping tones and stuff and like the actual instrumentation. It's hard, I guess it's hard to kind of put in perspective, but there's like a lot of spatialness to the song that I don't know if I really necessarily appreciate. I think if it was I think it was pushed together a little bit more, like I wouldn't feel as much of a gap in the song, I guess. There was like a lot of instrumentation choices, whether it kind of sounded like almost like pots and pans sort of sounds when like, I don't know, when y'all were kids, like when you used to like find like spoons and shit and like your parents would put like pots upside down and you just hit like the pots and pans. I don't know, maybe it was just my childhood, but definitely felt like in some of those parts I was like, gives a little bit of pots and pans, which I'm about. The like whistle sound was also interesting. It was panned to the right, which kind of threw me for a loop because I thought maybe it would kind of be panned in like both directions, but for whatever reason in my ear was only coming in the right ear, which I thought was weird. The Korean instrument, I believe, if I had to guess correctly, was in that like bridge section, which was very cool. I liked it. It's definitely like something that like I have never personally heard. So I think if anything, it was definitely something unique, and I was like, "Oh wow, this is really cool." At first, I was like a little bit shocked by it, but I think I came around to it by the end of the once we got to the final part of the bridge. But but I thought it was very interesting. I don't like I said, I don't think it is particularly a song that I don't like, but I definitely feel like there's just so many things going on with the song that I think if you feel overstimulated, it could definitely feel like there's a lot of burden in this song. But otherwise, I thought it was great. There's a lot of great pop off moments. If I've got it correct, I know in chat, I think everybody say Daehyun does all the pop off vocals. Man's killing it. I'll tell you what, he's got the voice of an angel. But insane stuff. This was very interesting. I think so far, I feel like I pick at least one song to come back to, which I'm like just intrigued by. And I feel like so far in BAP's discography, in terms of their title songs, like this is one I would like to come back and just like fully listen to, you know? So I'll have to come back and give my thoughts, but enjoyed it nonetheless. Sal says, combining traditional Korean instruments with chiptune was a very bold choice for them. So I can see what you mean. There's a lot going on. Yeah, I think collectively, it's like we had a thought about this song, then we like kind of scrapped that idea and we did this. And then it's like, ooh, but we really like this part, and we're going to try to figure out how to put these together. But then we really love chiptune, so we're going to throw that in there. We're going to try to make it work with like the other two sounds. And then we're like, but they asked us to throw like traditional instrumentation in. So then we got to figure out how to throw that in for where it makes sense. But then we got to put like our BAP flavor onto the song. So I feel like there was like a little bit of like too many chefs in the kitchen, but that's fine. You know, I listen to crazy shit music wise all the time. So I feel like it wasn't as insane for me, but definitely one that I feel like I would have to show more love to you for sure. So no problems here. I would definitely give a run back to BAP for sure. So, all right. Well, we're going to keep it moving. The next one is Crash, also known as the first mini album repackage. This is the reissue of BAP's mini album No Mercy. It was released on August 30th of 2012, just 1 month after the original mini's release. Crash allowed BAP to show more of their versatility and youthful side, expanding into their musical concept while maintaining the popularity they had built in 2012. Okay. Very nice. All right. Let's get into Crash then. I assume. Let me see. Yep. Okay, cool.
B.A.P 다음 앨범에 귀여운 거 한다는 소문이 있던데.
큐피트 화살을 알려드릴게요.
대박 사건이라고.
진짜? 대박 사건.
I'm not gonna lie. Conroys are a choice.
Have you seen that girl?
Yes, you know she bad.
She got me crashing birds.
Hold up.
말도 안 돼. 정말 완벽해. 숨이 가빠. 이건 반칙인 걸. 너의 눈, 그 입, 그 모든 게 나의 맘을 다 흔들어 놓은 걸. 잊지 못할 그녀의 처음 느낀 바보처럼 빼앗긴 맘. 내 가슴이 고장난 것처럼 난 사랑해. 불이 나고 심장만 쿵쿵쿵 뛰고 제발 살려줘 My girl. 널 보면 숨이 가빠. 널 보면 눈이 심장만 쿵쿵쿵 뛰고 널 찾고 Where you are. 널 기다려.
너리지만 난 또 나 진짜 대박 사건.
아무리 봐도 널 알고 싶어. 코난이 돼내 맘 모를 girl.
자꾸 널 생각해 girl. 내 첫사랑도 있게 했어 너.
계속 네가 가라고 해도 난 네가 가라고 말하고 마트에 Cause I love you girl. 그녀의 처음 느낀 바보처럼 빼앗긴 맘. 내 가슴이 고장난 것처럼 난 사랑해. 불이 나고 심장만 쿵쿵쿵 뛰고 제발 살려줘 My girl. 널 보면 숨이 가빠. 널 보면
잡힐 듯 하다가도 멀어지는 그녀 나에게 부디 한번 기회를 제발 주려
내 맘이 들린다면 대답해요 나에겐 가슴이 고장난 것처럼 난 사랑해 불이 나고 심장만 쿵쿵쿵쾅 뛰고 제발 살려줘 You're my girl 널 보면 숨이 가쁘고 널 보면 내 심장만 쿵쿵쿵쾅 뛰고 널 찾고 Where you are 널 기다려
Aw, very nice. All right, this was BAP's Crash. You're hanging out with us. Thank you for hanging. Thanks for chilling. Couple comments here. We've got some good ones. We like to see it. Everybody's saying, "Oh my God, babies." Biscuit said "Crash" in a exclamation mark. We love to see it. Connie says cute and bright BAP. Love it. Talia says baby Zello. Gungi says this video is so much fun. Connie says it's always nice to have some cheerful songs on the discography because not everyone likes the dark concepts and powerful songs. Fair enough. Yeah. And Thao says, I'm pretty sure this was their highest selling song, digital download wise, 600,000 on the Gaon charts. Wow. Okay. That makes sense. First and foremost, they were hilarious. I feel like I loved just seeing, I think I've mentioned it before, but I love seeing like artists just having a good time, like enjoying themselves. You know, obviously making the music is great, and obviously like the performance music videos incredible. You know, I don't want to knock those at all, but I love that there's just a joyfulness watching this MV, and you just can't help but feel like secondhand joy, you know, watching it, and I feel like, you know, it can brighten your day certainly. So I think in that concept, and the song itself I think is beautiful in that way. But I also think it's extremely well written, very catchy. It's got a great hook, vocal wise also very good. Like just I think the memorability of the song and just like the fun aspect of it, just I think in tandem together really kind of brings this piece to life certainly. I will also say as well too, like I think there's kind of like a memorability to it in the sense of like I've never heard this song, but definitely kind of brought to mind like a lot of the like what I was thinking of more like Western boy groups that had come out around this time. Like first one that I thought of was like song wise kind of giving like a light One Direction feel, which is fine. And that's not me trying to compare this group to One Direction by any means or vice versa. But I think like instrumentally wise, I was like, wow, this is kind of giving like giving a One Direction vibe in a different space, certainly. And so I really appreciate that a lot. Just because I feel like those songs are also extremely well written, really catchy, and so I feel like it takes a lot of the takes it similar inspiration in that aspect. Obviously, I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg in that situation here, but I do feel like there is a memorability and almost like a I've heard this song before, but not really type aspect to it. So very nice, very nice. I do appreciate the song a lot. Definitely one I would go back and listen to for sure. So Talia says, I love how they still have so much fun performing this song until today. Wow, okay. I did not know that they still perform that. That's awesome. Talia also says definitely one of their best songs on the cheerful side. Very cool, very cool. Biscuit says, love Crash, still listen to it often. Talia says, now you mentioned 1D, fun fact, 1D and had BAP poster kind of in one of their MVs. Wow, okay. That says ancient BAP 1D beef. Oh God. Oh no. And Biscuit says, oh my God, the 1D BAP lore I had forgotten. And I love both, so it's a fun time. Oh my God. I didn't know I opened up a can of worms. I mean, I imagine now it's probably doesn't matter, but that's interesting. I guess it makes sense though, you know, now that I think about it. So very interesting. It makes sense. Wild concept though. Very interesting. So I'm gonna move on before I bite my tongue, but we're gonna keep it moving. The next one we've got is "Stop It," which is what I should be doing when I talked about that moments ago. But this is the third single album from B.A.P, of course. It was released on October 23rd of 2012, continuing their active run of releases. It was produced by Double Sidekick and features a blend of pop, hip hop, and R&B. A sample of DJ's "Cool Let Me Clear My Throat" can be heard throughout the track. It features members in a humorous plot where an unseen member, Bang Young-gook, tries to sabotage the other members' attempts to woo a girl. Very nice. And Talita said same on the lore, and Goki says yes, just stop it. I will. Listen, I'm not trying to ignite any fires here. So, all right, let's get into "Stop It." I'm just such a controversial man, you know. Damn, they're back to blonde. Let's go.
말해봐 이건 아니잖아 해도 너무 하잖아 baby 화냈다 다시 사랑한다 왔다 갔다 하니 왜 oh baby 속상한 맘에 가끔씩 미울 때도 많지만 너무 쉽게 화만 내는 너에게 이렇게 말할래 화 좀 내지마 하지마 제발 그러지마 짜증나 열이 나 널 사랑하잖아 몇 번을 말해야 너 내 맘을 알까 제발 좀 하지마 사람들 많잖아 작게 좀 말해줘 다 들린다잖아 몇 번을 말해야 너 내 맘을 알까 oh yeah 난 말야 네가 원하는 건 뭐든 들어줬잖아 baby 자꾸만 잔소리 같지만 널 위한 걸 모르니 oh baby
너로 인해 항상 바뀌어매 발발 절잘 타는 듯함에 돈 내지 마 뭐라 해도 나는 너만의 슈퍼맨
어디에서 뭐든지 하겠어 절대로 놓지 않겠어 돈 내지 마내 바로 화좀 내지 마 하지 마 제발 그러지 마 짜증나 열이 나 널 사랑하잖아 몇 번을 말해야 너 내 맘을 알까 제발 좀 하지 마 사람들 많잖아
Huh. Okay. Okay. This was BAP's Stop It. Very nice. If you're joining us for the BAP deep dive. Um, I enjoyed this. This was a great song. If I had to guess storyline wise, I believe that the one member here sitting is the like a like a devil, and the girl was like an angel. If I had to guess, I don't know. I could be wrong. That was my first thought, or that was my second thought at the end when they obviously showed like the feathers and stuff. I thought potentially that was the answer. I don't know. You can let me know if I'm correct or wrong. Um, but man, this song is extremely catchy. That chorus I think was just on point. I really love the chorus. I think they did an excellent job with the harmony. I'd also say like the actual melody choice was incredible, really memorable. I'm probably gonna remember that chorus whether I like to or not, just because it's so good. And so I that was probably one of my favorite parts of the song. As well as that, I felt like the verses were really good too. I think their sample of the song itself was really well integrated. I also feel like they paid a little bit of homage to it in the like I think the post chorus of the first chorus. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, overall, I think this is a really fun, light song. But I think they did the sample justice certainly. And I feel like the song is just overall just was really fun. I think the MV was cute. Really enjoyed that alimentation as well. Um, Also, very similarly, I loved Thao's comment. Favorite part was when Jungkook's burger falls on him one ingredient at a time. That was really funny. I did like that. But yeah, this one. I feel like I would probably put my favorites. I just enjoyed it so much. It was just a good vibe, and the hooks were incredible. So I feel like this one to me was a good vibe. Good vibes for sure. So Connie says, love this MV. Thao says, kill count is up for sure. And they also said, I was so confused the first time I watched this MV. If I am incorrect, let me know, though. But it's still a bop. We love to see it. Agreed. Connie said, this song is so good. And the MV is so fun. I also agree as well. So, very cool. I like this one a lot. Obviously, they've included in the favorites for tonight. So, I will definitely be giving this one another listen for sure. So, all right. And Gunky said this MV is great. I don't know if I said your comment, Gunky, but I'm going to say it again. So, all right. The next one on here is One Shot. One Shot is the second mini album and one of the most iconic songs in K-pop. It was released on February 12th of 2013. The album and the song's music video were notable for its high budget cinematic narrative and a return to the tough, powerful concept the group had established in their debut. It reached #1 on the Billboard's World Album Charts. Wow. Okay. And topped the iTunes hip hop download charts in the United States, Canada, and New Zealand. And also debuted at #2 on the Gaon album charts in South Korea. It was a big budget project, reportedly costing 1 billion won, which is close to $1 million in American money. It was filmed on location in South Korea and in the Philippines and features elaborate special effects, set design, and it became the group's most viewed video, cementing BAP's reputation for their powerful style and unique concept in the K-pop industry. Hey, let's go. So, Connie says, oh my God, it's time. Thao says, Brandon, you gotta lock in for this one story wise. Okay. I'll do my best. Jazz says, oof, and the iconic. My favorite song. Biscuit says a classic, and Talia says One Shot, a classic. Okay, all right, we gotta get into the classic. Let's rock. All right, we gotta lock in. We gotta lock in for Chad.
Pay attention, everybody.
Wow. Already. Oh, that's okay.
one shot. Let me tell you something that you already know. You just get to rock to me, nah man. Yeah, 기회는 안 보고 눈길을 걸어 빛을 밝혀 말해 루더킬처럼 Get your mind out for the gutter 실패 따위에겐 아직 넌 어려 One shot, one chance 두 번은 없어 놓치지 마자 준비해 네 자신에게 덤벼 작아지 너 펼쳐봐 Just do it One shot 굴복할 텐가 나를 둘러싼 덫에 걸려들 텐가 보기 one shot 도망치지 마 뒤돌아서서 두려움에 맞서봐
외면은 됐다 우리 자신을 지켜 그게 올바른 태도 Everybody already know A shot so goes to the void 끝없는 길 위에서 물러설 수는 없어 흔들리지 마 혼돈의 시간 속에 나를 갖출 순 없어 기회는 한 번뿐이야
You only have one chance, you know.
Wow.
놈들은 당장 잠을 쓸게 고속이 앉아서 높은 자리를 보내 이건 게임이 아닌 네가 실드를 구분 못해 Oh yeah Go round the track 가는 계속 돌고 돌아 so far away 좀비는 자만이 진짜로 말을 해 자리 후회뿐이야 네가 노는 가문데 One shot 피갈 텐가 쉬운 길만을 찾아 헤매일 텐가 우리 one shot 거친 세상에 얼굴 맞대고 부딪혀서 싸워 높은 벽이 날 막으려 해도 난 뛰어들어 밤에 벗어진 대도 Everybody already know A shot so goes to the void 끝없는 길 위에서 물러설 수는 없어 흔들리지 마 혼돈의 시간 속에 나를 갖출 순 없어 기회는 한 번뿐이야 A shot so goes to the void
네가 떠나버린 후에 난네 성을 이뤄가 매일 밤 술에 취해 비틀거려 난 욕을 뱉어 차갑던 네가 떠올라서 기분이 떨어와게 마치 소리 질러봐 깨진 거울 속에 비친 내 얼굴 세상이 조각난 우리 사랑 같은 전부 지독한 이 절벽의 끝에 서서 너와의 기억들을 찢어버려 나 언제나 마켓에서 길을 헤매다 그 자리에
What can I say 약해져나 얼굴이 보이진 않아 움직일 수 없어 안개 속에 가려지는 숨어있던 너의 모습들 태양보다 뜨겁게 네 자신을 태워 Run and go away 뒤돌아보지 마 Don't stop go away 너를 놓지는 마 끝없는 길 위에서 물러설 수는 없어 No way 흔들리지 마
What the fuck? No.
끝없는 길 위에서 물러설 수는 없어 No way 흔들리지 마 너의 시간 속에 나를 갖출 순 없어 기회는 한 번뿐이야
Jesus Christ.
쓰레기처럼 날 버렸어 대체 왜난 아무것도 할 수 없어 대체 왜난 매일 너와의 추억들을 다치게 떠줘
네가 없는 건내 곁에 없는 건 심장이 모두 죽은 거와 같은 건 숨 쉴 수 없어 너 없이 사는 건 상상하기조차 싫어 난 믿어 네가 아니면 안 되는 걸 너무 아파 난 미쳐버릴 것 같아
Oh my god.
마음이 터져버릴 것 같아 그거 보고 이건 아니라고 됐어
What a plan.
넌 아무 말도 하지 않아
Damn. Damn. They said, Young Jay said, all right, sayonara. I'm bagging you guys up. Oh my god. All right. This was one shot. I had too many takes on this one. This was crazy. All right. Let's see. Some comments here. Gunky said, let's go. Talia says, oh, this MV actually has 3 songs in it. So if you notice something's not in line, that's probably another song. I did notice that. There was a couple different songs. Connie said, yeah, pay attention. I did try. Connie says, and this is where I fell in love with Jungkook. Fair enough. And Thou says, this is when I mentally had Jungkook atop me. I love that for you. Connie says the choreo is so good. The choreo is intense. I love it. Tao says most PG related rated Money Heist. LOL. No casualty. Which, in hindsight, I do find it very PG. Only because immediately, like a minute later, they start shooting each other, which is insane to me. But whatever. Talia says kill count up for sure. My god, this part. Andy had the same reaction I did, which was just, what the fuck is going on? Talia says Brandon is having it. That's my reaction the first time seeing this part. It was so intense for like no reason, especially since we got that PG Money Heist. I was like, they're not gonna start shooting each other. Boy, was I wrong. Connie says, are you okay? I'll never be the same again. That's all right. Dow says, when I showed this, I showed my friend this, she was like, imagine this was 1D. And then alternate ending. Okay. And Talia says, yo, Young Jay, how could you? Everyone's saying traitor. I did see first snake line. Okay. Andy says this video has everything: a storyline, drama, time travel / multi universe. Wow, that was fun. And Jess says, Young Jay, you snitch. That's how I imagine Jazz was saying it, because I'm only reading the text, but I feel like they put some stank on it, which I'm about. But I enjoyed this a lot. I can understand this being an extremely iconic song, not only because I think the song's great. I would be curious because I'm going to listen to this on a streaming platform, so I will have to check this out because I'm curious if they obviously made it longer for like storyline and everything. But I really enjoyed this a lot. I think I would agree with Andy. The storyline was incredible. I think the drama was cool. I love the alternative ending, but then as well as that, like just kind of the multi-angle of the MV was really cool. The song itself was incredible. I loved like I feel like their vocals are super strong, but I feel like equally so the rapping in the song was just gnarly. It was so good, really aggressive, really punchy, and I feel like for a song like this being like one shot, I feel like you definitely have to have more of the aggression locked in for this song. So I feel like they did a great job on that front. But I think this kind of combines a lot of the elements that I've loved about B.A.P so far into like one cohesive song. So I definitely love that for that aspect. There is definitely some moments where I don't know if mentally I am just trying to think of it in this space, but there's definitely some aspects of the song that kind of remind me of Lose Yourself by Eminem, but I don't know what came first. I want to say that this song potentially came first, but there's definitely some moments where I was like kind of getting that vibe. and maybe it's just because I have listened to that song intentionally and non-intentionally for a long time in my life, but there was definitely some moments where I was like, ooh, I don't know if that was the correlation that people were trying to point out in the song. Um, but I definitely was noticing some similarities to that song, which is not bad. Obviously, an iconic song in its own right as well. Um, but yeah, this was wonderful. I think this is definitely on my favorites for tonight for sure, without a doubt. But I think this, in terms of we've been trying to cover a multitude of iconic K-pop songs. I feel like this one definitely needs to join that list, certainly, and obviously has gotten its dues certainly in throughout the K-pop history. So very cool. Enjoyed this one a ton. Very nice. So, all right, we're gonna keep it moving. The next one we've got is Bad Man. This one is from their third mini album. It was released on August 6th of 2013. It continues the band's string of intense releases in 2013, showcasing their well-known tough concept with a strong social commentary. Bad Man was a huge success, debuting at #1 on the Billboard's World Album charts. The song's lyrics speak of a chaotic society where criminals act with impunity. B.A.P presents themselves as the bad guys who confront the real bad guys who abuse power. Oh, very nice. We love to see it. All right, let's get it rocking. Let's check it out.
어둠 속에서 들리는 절규 공포에 질린 세상을
뒤집어 버릴 거야 다 미쳐버린 세상 바꿔놓을 거야 나 동간 파괴는 감리자들 get out 뉴스를
Okay.
봐도 전부 공공의적이고 사이코패스들이 미쳐나기는 파니고 이건 범죄와의 전쟁 똑같이 갚아줄게 이는 눈이 말을 기억해 용서란 없어 우린 좀
I got a feeling 참을 수가 없어 give it up I got a feeling 네가 눈을 감는 날 너는 위험해 잘못 건드렸어 get away Because I'm dangerous 어둠 속에 너를 가둬줄게 검해진 네 모습을 봐 네 길을 다 쓸어버릴 거야 어떤 변명 따윈 내게 하지마 In the end
Peace.
Huh.
감이 녹아 오를 맘도 이 도시의 공기 너무나서 막혀 처음부터 잘못된 너 이리 화가 독해 너로 싹 들어가 잘라버릴 때까지 멈춰 난 독해 똑같이 눈물 흘려봐 You got a feeling 답을 태워버려버리러 I got a feeling 네가 울부짖는 날 너는 위험해 갈 때까지 가서 get away Because I'm dangerous I'm a bad man 어둠 속에 너를 가둬줄게 검해진 네 모습을 봐 I'm a bad man 네 길을 다 쓸어버릴 거야 어떤 변명 따윈 내게 하지마 In the end
Peace.
Ooh, interesting vocal filter.
네 모습을 봐 때문에 얘기하지 마 In the end
there is no shortage of explosions in this song. All right, this is BAP's Bad Man. If you're hanging out, thank you for hanging. I was gonna say these MVs are nuts for the time. Uni and I are on the same wavelength tonight. Jesus Christ, crazy shit. A couple comments here. Let's see. Dow says, I didn't like Batman when it first was released. The sudden switch ups were too much for me then, but it works for me now. I wonder how it would be received if it was released today. Yeah, I'd be curious. If you are watching this in 2025, let us know in the comments or in chat. Let me know. I'll be curious. Connie says, I always forgot about this song. I feel like this one needs more love from me. I really like the rap part. I also agree. I do really like the rap part. Talita says, now that I'm watching the MV again, these are babies singing about putting bad guys in their place. Oh wow. Yes. It is interesting. I feel like, again, I resonate with the commentary on like people that have been with K-pop for a bit. Like, it's always interesting to see kind of chat, because I imagine like chat, there are some people in chat that love BAP, which is sick. Thank you for coming through. Thanks for watching. But I feel like there's some people that are like unfamiliar with BAP and like are experiencing this for the first time along with myself. And so I think it's always very interesting, like, to see people's different perspective on like either have listening to it and haven't listened to it in a long time, or like it are freshly listening to the song tonight. I think it is I feel like there's varying degrees of that, right? I think for this song, for me, I definitely enjoy it. I feel that I enjoy it more in the sense of if I grew up and started listening to BAP and like found them earlier on, right? Like, I think for me, like, this one might be a miss, but I think because I can come with a fresh mindset on some of these songs, I do feel like I understand it, right? Like, I think to me, it's very interesting to see like that kind of jump of back and forth, because like, I feel like K-pop now, in some areas of K-pop, like there's so much shit going on in songs, like vibe switches, like change ups in songs. And obviously, I mean a lot of love with this comment, but like NMIX is one example I can think of where they used to change up a lot of different things in their song, which is very cool. I love it. No disrespect to NMIX whatsoever, but I feel like people are more indoctrinated to that sort of style change now, where I feel like maybe at that time with this release, I can imagine it being not as well received as I feel like it could be now. So I do agree with Thao's comment, as if it was released today, I think people would enjoy the song a lot more. But I definitely like it. There is some things that I feel like transitionally could have been done to maybe aid in that sort of change up for sure. But I think overall it was very good. I like the rapping sections, similarly to Connie's comment. Excuse me, I meshed my words together. But I thought that was great. I thought like the singing too was really good. I just think that there could have been like I think they could have changed. I think they could have added something into the song that would have made the abruptness of that change up seem a little bit more together. And that, to me, I feel like I think they could have transitioned it a little bit better. If they did that, I think the song, if it came out today, would have done fantastic. But I think just because of the abruptness of the song change split, I think to me it just kind of hits in a bad spot, but not in like terrible form. I still feel like they did a really great job with the song. I just think the transition could have been just smoothed out a little bit more, in my opinion. But yeah, I enjoyed the song a lot. Is it my favorite BAP song? Not particularly, but it's definitely one that I feel like if they did some minor tweaks to the song, which again, I don't know if they would ever do it, but if they had done it, then I think this song could have definitely been higher up in my ranking for sure, for sure. So a couple more comments. Looks like everybody was commenting about how crazy the MVs were. Talia says Zello and Jungkook were like 16, 17. Connie said, yeah. Thao says Jungkook was as a 22-year-old wide-eyed political idealist writing these lyrics. I do love that we have this time capsule of his thoughts at the time. That is really cool. And Talia says, yeah, definitely his political awareness was one of the many reasons I fell for him in BAP. And Thao says same. It is cool, and I think obviously maybe a little timely in terms of political landscape now, but you know, I'm not gonna delve further into that. If you know, you know. But yeah, very interesting, cool stuff. All right, we are keeping it moving. The next thing we've got is 104 Angel. This is the title track from BAP's debut full-length studio album, First Sensibility. It was released on February 3rd of 2014. Unlike BAP's previously aggressive and socially charged songs, 104 Angel focused on more emotion. I can't even read tonight. Focused on a more emotional, melancholic concept. The lyrics deal with heartbreak and nostalgia, describing the pain of missing someone you consider your angel. The album First Sensibility reached number 1 on Billboard's World Albums chart. Hey, let's go. And Thao says this is another MV with multiple songs in it. FYI, thank you, appreciate it. And everybody was LOLing at my commentary, so very nice. All right, well, let's get into 104 Angel. I'm very curious. Biscuit says love this song, and Connie says this is one of my faves. Hey, let's go. Let's get into it. Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought it wasn't gonna let me play. I was a little scared. Is it 104? 1004, excuse me.
어디론가 나를 떠나버린 천사 같은 너
I need you.
어떻게 사는지 난 모르겠어 네가 떠난 이후로 미치겠어 Every day, every night 잠도 잘 오질 않아 홀로 남아 술로 남아 cry So I miss you and I need you
난 everyday
아직도 네 목소리가 들려 돌아와줘 난 너밖에 들어 천사 같은 너 내가 살아가는 이유는 너야 다시 못 볼 것 같아 정말 죽을 것 같아 나를 사랑해줄 사람은 너야 어둠 속에서 나를 비춰줘 Look at me now Come to me now
다시 내게 돌아와 어떻게 살아가니
Look at me now Come to me now 매일 네가 없이 난 어떻게 살아가니 난
네가 정말 날 떠날 줄은 몰랐지 넌 마치 천사 같았어 나 왜 이리 못났지
Oh no 이제 넌나 외면하고 난 널 잃어버린 바보 거지 같은 꼬라지
너 없이 아무것도
So I
못하지
miss you
널 생각해
and I need you
난 everyday
망가진 내 모습이 초라해 나는 놔줘 난 너밖에 사줘 없다는 게
천사 같은 너
내가 살아가는 이유는 너야 다시 못 볼 것 같아 정말
않은 그 사랑 모를 때난 놔버렸지 다른 사람을 만나봐도 내 마음은 틀에 박혀 다 믿지 못해 이제 네 옆에 아무도 없어 바람만 빠지 갇혀버린 기억 난 네 가족만로 미워 집어쳐 여자들의 거짓말은 난 싫어
Get away, get away, get away, don't say my name. 이런 미친 사랑이 싫어, crazy. 내가 사랑하는 이유는 너야. 다시 못 볼 것 같아, 정말 죽을 것 같아. 나를 사랑해줄 사람은 너야. 어둠 속에서 나를 비춰줘. Look at me now, come to me now.
다시 내게 돌아와 어떻게 사랑해
Look at me now, come to me now. 매일 네가 없이 난 어떻게 살아가니 난.
Oh no. Oh my god. Oh man. All right. This was BAP's 1004 Angel. Oh man. That's rough. This is rough. That ending was rough for sure. All right, let's see. Jazz says that they love this song. Business is one of my faves too. That was his kill count spoiler. He says, honestly, I didn't care for the kill count in this. If you know, you know. Daos says 1004 Cheonsa in Korea is same pronunciation as angel. Okay, very nice. Thank you. And Dao says, suddenly I remember we never got any dance version MVs. TS when I catch you. Oof. And Dao says, and they got footage too. We need to break into the TS basement yesterday. Oh man, damn. This song, first of all, MV was in. I feel like I gotta give my preface towards it is like, if you know you're dealing with something like this, feel free to reach out. I feel like oftentimes people deal with stuff underground or keep it to themselves, and I feel like there's people out there that will listen to you, and hopefully you can get the help that you need to get. So you know, I feel like I got to give my PSA for that, certainly, as someone who has felt that and has also dealt with it before. I feel like that's such a topic that I think is very near and dear to my heart. So definitely resonate with this song a lot. I think the musicality of the song is like, I think the musicality of the song definitely contrasts this MV in a really interesting way. Like, I think the song itself definitely is a very good song, but I feel like contrasted with the MV is like, the MV is so dark, right? Like, I think the concept, the MV is like very heavy. And I feel like sometimes the musicality doesn't reflect that in this song. There is definitely some moments where I was like, especially on some of the, like, cause I know they said that this song kind of flips between a couple different songs. There are some moments where I was like, ooh, I can kind of feel like the dark elements of the song, and I think it matches up well with the MV. But there's also certain occasions where, especially like that kind of more upbeat major key song with like the acoustic guitar, I feel like that one was not as representative, though I did still feel like the same emotions by watching the MV. So I do feel like in that concept, it's maybe a little bit conflicting. But I would have to give this, I feel like I got to give this one some more love. You know, some of the songs I felt like where they've had like multiple different parts of songs like incorporated with the MV is a cool concept, and I like that. But I do also kind of appreciate kind of the nuance of the songs themselves. So I'd be curious to go back and listen to some of the songs that were not only in this MV, but just the songs in general. And I felt like this one just didn't, like, the song was good and I liked it, but I'd be very curious to listen to this as separate stationary songs versus like the MV concept as a whole. So I will go back and give this one a listen for sure. I definitely feel like there's definitely some moments where I could have caught it a little bit differently, but overall, very good song. Um, Chord structure was very very good as well. There's definitely some songs that it reminds me of that I can't quite think of off the top of my head. If I can remember it later on, I'll come back to it. But I know it's a pretty. I would argue it's a very common chord structure, especially in that like acoustic guitar, like singer songwriter section. I feel like that's pretty on brand. But overall, very solid song. So. All right. Well, we're going to keep it moving here. Chat. The next one we've got is Where Are You? This one was released on June 3rd of 2014. It was a digital single. The song and its accompanying music video represents a notable shift in the group's concept, moving from their signature tough, powerful image to a softer, more refreshing and nostalgic atmosphere. The lyrics reflect a nostalgic, excuse me, I'm going to rewind that. The lyrics reflect nostalgia and a longing for a past relationship, with the members singing about how the absence of their angel leaves a void in their life. Oh boy. All right. I feel like this one's going to be emotional. So let's check it out.
조금은 낯설지만 나 혼자 여기 왔어. 행복해 보이는 사람들 속에 있어. 거리를 걷고 맛있는 거 먹고 그러다 보면 하루가 지나가. 그런데 네가 없는 게 아직은 나에겐 조금 어색해. 언제나 그렇듯이 함께였는데 네가 너무 보고 싶어. 어디니 뭐하니 넌 잘 지내니 내 곁에 네가 없으니까 lonely lonely day. 들리니 보이니 내 마음이 너에게 닿을 수 있었으면 좋겠어. 잡고 오기로 약속했던 곳 괜시리 혼자라 그런지 막 네가 더 생각나. You don't have to go. 넌 혹시 가끔은 날 떠올려. 난 매일 네가 보여. 내일 아침도 아마도 너의 꿈에 설게 girl. 나는 아직도 girl. 그런데 네가 없는 게 아직은 나에겐 조금 어색해. 언제나 그렇듯이 함께였는데 너무 보고 싶어. 어디니 뭐하니 넌 잘 지내니 내 곁에 네가 없으니까 lonely lonely day. 들리니 보이니 내 마음이 너에게 닿을 수 있었으면 좋겠어.
외롭게 걸어가는 이 거리는 참 익숙하지만 재미없어. 예전과 나 모두 비슷하지만 너 없인 아직 난 길렀어. 뭘 해도 그때 빈자리는 내게 너무 커요. 난 아직도 널 그리워하다 잠이 드는 girl.
어디니 뭐하니 넌 잘 지내니 내 곁에 네가 없으니까 lonely lonely day. 들리니 보이니 내 마음이 너에게 닿을 수 있었으면 좋겠어.
All right, very cool. This was BAP's "Where Are You." I'm sorry, I every time I hear "Where Are You," I just can't help but think of the Blink 182 song, "Where Are You?" And I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna sing it because I'll get copyrighted. But Connie says, "Oh my God, it's 1D time." Thou says, "The beef continues. They are on their home turf." LMAO. Talia says, Gogi says, LOL. Talia says, BAP in their own element. Agreed. Dow says, YG's verse here feels like a warm hug. Thank you, Father. Love to see it. Love to see it. I thought this was great. I also love the commentary on the 1D thing. I feel like it was just oh my god, just imagine being in enemy territory and you're like, you know what, we're gonna film an MV to continue the beef. But anyway, song itself was great. I think this one, I feel like a lot of the BAP songs, I have a strong commentary, I feel like, on whether or not I'm enjoying it or not. I feel like this one was very good, but I also feel that I don't have to have a lot of commentary about it, just because I think, to me, I love the fact that it's just simple. There's just something about the song that just is like very clean, very like not what I feel like I'd imagine what BAP would do, but definitely in their element nonetheless. And it's just sweet. It's just extremely well written. I think it's got a good hook. I think the melody choice was great. I like the kind of singer songwriter aspect of it with just like the acoustic guitar, like some light drumming, like the whistle. I feel like that kind of adds to the like cheeky charm of the song. But yeah, overall, I thought this was a very nice song. I don't think that, again, it's reinventing the wheel by any means, but I do feel like it is an extremely well written song, and their performance of it was awesome. So I don't feel like you could expect much less from this track. So very nice, very nice. Let's see. Thao says they filmed the MV on tour too. LOL, the audacity. Yes, for real. Love to see it. Listen, I respect that they took it that far to not only to tour Europe, but just say, hey, we're gonna film this on 1D's own home turf as a fu. No, I'm kidding. But very very funny. Anyway, cool stuff. Cool stuff. Very nice. Very nice. I think what I've noticed is like their spectrum of musicality is just so interesting. You can get a song that's like in your face, and then you can get a song like this that's very sweet. So I feel like they're a very diverse group of musicians. So you love to see it, but very nice. Uni's cracking up at my terrible beef continuing joke, but all right, we're gonna keep it moving. This next one is Young, Wild, and Free, like my chat. I'm just kidding. The title track to BAP's fourth mini album, Matrix, was released on November 16th of 2015. This album marks the group return to the music scene after a prolonged legal battle from their former agency, TS Entertainment, and a hiatus of nearly 2 years. The lyrics reflects the group's experience with lines like "We're better together," reaffirming their unity following the contract dispute. Their comeback, "Young, Wild, and Free," was a triumph for BAP and their fans, proving the group was still united and willing to create meaningful music. They received a victory on a music show a year after filing the lawsuit, which saw a well-deserved reward for their perseverance. The album also debuted at #1 on Billboard's World Albums chart, cementing their status as an internationally popular group. Let's go. That says war flashbacks. Oof. Visca says very much. Connie says, oh my god, I remembered a random person bought BAP's Mama Award without knowing how important it was. She got it through a secondhand shop for just $3. Hate you so much, TS. Oh my god. Holy shit. That's wait. I need to go full screen. Are you fucking serious? That's crazy. $3. I mean, I would give it back to BAP if I got it, but I feel like that That required a full screen moment there, but wow, Jesus Christ. That's terrible. Oh, I don't even know what to say, but we're gonna get into the next song. Jazz says all that work amounting to just $3. That's what I'm saying. That's terrible. That's terrible. Fuck TS. They suck. I don't care. You can say what you want, but Tilia says I feel like TS throw all their trophies away out of spite. That's crazy though. Jesus, that's so bad. such a bad reputation. But anyway, before I get heated, let's get into Young, Wild, and Free.
하늘이 무너진 듯 바람은 울부짖었다. 수많은 고난과 시험, 그 속에서 세상은 우리가 원하는 대로, 우리가 생각하는 대로 흘러갈 생각이 없었다. 하지만 우린 다시 손을 잡았고 6명의 두 발은 다 함께 그 누구도 쓰러지지 않게 다시 뛸 준비가 되었다. Young, Wild and Free. 결국 세상은 우리들의 이야기다. Let's rock this shit. 껴도 난 일어나 젊은 날 인생은 딱 한 번뿐이니까 무작정함만 보고 계속 뛰어봐 우리 위험하게 피어난 이 청춘을 불태워봐 내가 최고라고 외쳐 my way the highway No pain no gain 들이켜난 고통이라 카페 다시 일어날 시간 너의 발걸음을 멈추지 마 나는 나답게 너는 너답게 대결은 두려움 따윈 전부 다 get away 나는 나답게 너는 너답게 louder 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 We are wild and free I know we're better together 똑같은 시간이 와도 우리는 맞고 We are wild and free I know we're better together 헤어지고 어둠이 와도 끝까지 달려 소리쳐 발견해 wild and free 우리 함께라면 뭐든 할 수 있어 시작해 let's make history
영원히 free 자신감을 가지고 이 매개를 마지막이 아니야 편견들을 무시하겠지 여보요 Just go 시간 흐르는 대로 우리 위험하게 피어난 천천들을 불태워봐 Wild and free I know we're better together
똑같은 시간이 와도 우리는 맞고
Wild and free I know we're better together
헤어지고 어둠이 와도 끝까지 달려
소리쳐 발견해 Wild and free
Wow. Yeah, I feel like I gotta go back. That's a hard look here. All right, very cool. This was BAP's Young, Wild, and Free. If you're joining for our deep dive, we appreciate you. Um, this was sick. I like this a lot. Um, this was awesome. I will say that they came out gun, no pun intended, because I feel like they've used a lot of guns in their MVs, but they definitely came out guns blazing with this one, and I'm for it. I'm for it. Um, the chorus in this song is incredible. I agree with Jazz, and I'll read their comment. They said, always obsessed with the way they sang that part. We are young, wild. We are young. That whole section, that chorus is so memorable. Good hook, very punchy, very aggressive. What I would expect, what I expect to see from BAP, but it's just so memorable. I think the song's really great. Like, I love the rock guitar in this section. I thought it was so good. I noticed again in other BAP songs in their title tracks, but now, and then as well as like the B-side stuff beforehand. I think that they've incorporated it so well. It just adds that really extra bit of like dynamic texture that I really appreciate about the song. But yeah, this one kind of covers all the bases. I think the vocals in the song are incredible. That one bridge section that Young Jay was in, so good. It sets up the song really well. But as well as that, like, Zello crushed it. I think his rap section was really sick. Jung Up I also really liked as well. But man, this one just, I felt like, I feel like all of them did a fantastic job in their own right, certainly. But what a comeback. I feel like after people waiting a long time for them to return, I feel like this one is, in my opinion, I feel like a very strong return to form for them. So I don't know. I would put this pretty high up there, certainly for songs that I enjoyed. I feel like this is favorite worthy for sure. I definitely enjoyed the vibe of this one. Took me by surprise, but I enjoyed this one a lot, actually. So very nice. Let's see. Talia says, I got a flashback of my Pharaoh scream seeing Jungkook looking like that after a long time. Jazz says, a banger. Thou says, bro, same. I was unwell. That's fair. Agreed. Cody says, such a cool comeback after what they went through. I agree. Very nice. Like I said, incredible song. So I'm glad it's a part of their discography. It was really well put together. So, all right, we're gonna keep it moving. The next one is Feel So Good. This is the title track from BAP's 5th mini album Carnival, which was released on February 22nd of 2016. Represents a major change in the group's image following their comeback of Young, Wild, and Free, opting for a more upbeat and fun concept. Hey, all right, let's get into Feels So Good.
너만을 원해 너를 볼 땐 I feel so good 너만을 원해 너를 볼 땐 I feel so good 너를 볼 때면 난 계속 느낌이 와
Feel so good.
너만을 원해 너를 볼 땐 I feel so good 너만을 원해 너를 볼 땐 I feel so good 나는 알고 싶어 baby 진하게 넌 과연 어떤 일까 화려하진 않아 baby 그런데 왜 더 빛이 나는 걸까
애원의 목소린 달콤한 젤리 같아 계속 그 속에 맴돌아 찾아가네 너를 갖고 싶어 baby 생각하면 기분이 좋은 거 왜일까
너의 향기 모두 feel so good Come on, go with it Only you 네 눈빛 밤새 feel so good 넌 다른 여자와는 달라 I know you want it make it fall in love make it 빠져버려 너무 아름다운 걸 내게 너
마치 다이아몬드같이 섹시한 느낌 첫사랑 같아 와인빛 그때처럼 멍하게
사랑의 눈이 먼다는 말들이라 나는 거짓말인 것 같았던 느낌 뭐 눈을 감으면 네가 보여 헤어날 수 없이 너밖에 안 보여 귀여운 몸에 더 feel so good Come on, come on, go with it Only you 나는 너에게만 feel so good 넌 다른 여자와 달라 I know you want it Make it fall in love Make it 빠져버려 너무 아름다운 걸 내게 너와 있으면 꿈을 꾸는 것 같아 느낌이 좋아 오늘도 Feels like it's love Hey girl 내게로 다가와 살며시 두 눈을 바라봐 Hey girl give me your love Give me your, give me your, give me your love tonight 다른 여자 말고 너를 갖고 싶어
나는 오로지 너에게 깊이 닿고 싶어
너를 볼 때면 난 계속 느낌이 와
Feel so good
Take it, make it fall in love Make it, make it 빠져버려 너무 아름다운 걸 내게 너와 있으면 꿈을 꾸는 것 같아 느낌이 좋아 오늘도
Feels like it's love
너만을 원해 너를 볼 때 I feel so good 너만을 원해 너를 볼 때 I feel so good 내게 너와 있으면 꿈을 꾸는 것 같아 느낌이 좋아 오늘도 Feels like it's love
Whew. All right, this was BAP. Feel so good. I feel like they couldn't have picked a better way to track this, name this song than the title track. Because I do feel so good. This was a vibe for sure. Y'all know I love a good funky K-pop song, and I feel like that definitely nails the concept 1000%. The chorus in this song, oh, so infectious, really buttery, just like so smooth, and it's got like that like R&B flavor to it that I appreciate. Um, there's a lot of good moments in the song. I feel like Jungkook did a really great job. Um, I feel like I did not give a lot of love, or I haven't given a lot of love to Jungkook, but man, he's awesome. I love his low end in this song. I feel like I had noticed it before in previous BAP songs, but it's taken me this many tracks to notice it. But he's got such a cool like low end rap tone, and I feel like he meshes well with Zello, obviously, who hits that kind of mid range tone really well. But I felt like this song, he felt like the most dynamically interesting. So I love that back and forth between him and Zello, just really really good. Young Jay, of course, my goat. I love him. He sounded incredible in the song as well. Daehyun crushed it as well. Definitely enjoy his voice. Like, genuinely, I know I have said it a lot and I don't want to use it as a cop out, but I do feel like you could bias any one of them, and there's just so many good qualities about all of them, that I think is genuinely just like pretty frustrating to name it all. But I feel like this one was so good, and again, it's just like the infectiousness of that song that you just can't help but just like move around and enjoy it. So just really really good. I loved it. This was rad. Definitely for sure up the alley 100%. So let's see. Jazz says this one was so fun. Connie said the same thing as well. Thao says inside BAP is an angel and a devil constantly at war. LOL, these two comebacks back to back was so crazy. I love it. I agree. There is a range to it. I was gonna say what Jazz said. There is definitely a range, and you love to see it. Connie says if you don't feel good after listening to this song, you gotta go to the doctor. On God, for real. Thao's mentioned or updated my comment about biasing anybody in the group. Talita says Jungkook rarely makes group songs that highlight his part. He said he focuses more on highlighting each member's ability, but man, he's just too good. I feel like, to me, and I don't know if it's maybe just kind of like the perspective of like being newer-ish to K-pop, but I mean, I say that as I don't have a couple years under my belt, but I find that like lower register members, I feel like always feel like they're like, oh well, I'm trying to highlight the rest of the group, but I do feel like in some ways that kind of benefits them so greatly because it's like, oh wow, you already know like their voice is going to have such a distinct characteristic to it. Similarly to people who have like really like stylistically interesting voices, like again, I think I mentioned him earlier in stream, but like G Dragon is like one of those ones where you're like, oh, I know who that is just by vocal cadence. So I think there is a memorability to that. And then obviously another low tenor vocal, like Felix from Stray Kids. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel they use it in a cop out sort of way, but I appreciate that I appreciate what they bring to the song. So very cool. I appreciate this. So I hope he gets some more love, certainly. But very nice, very nice. No says I'm tired but here. Thank you for joining. You do if you are tired, please sleep. But thank you for joining. All right. Well, we're gonna keep it moving. The next one we've got on the playlist is That's My Jam. Is the title track from B.A.P's 5th single album, Put 'Em Up. And that was released on August 8th of 2016. It's a lively party-inspired track that blends EDM pop with elements of urban R&B. It was produced by Jungkook in collaboration with American producers. Very interesting. All right, let's get into That's My Jam.
So hot in hell 월화수 목금토예요 놀아줄 거래 내가부터 I'm facing now 여자들에게 big chance lady 내 목소리 들을 때면 매일 기분 좋아서 즉서 에이 섹시하게 내게 up baby 루비 색깔 빛과 우리는 bomb so loud 빛의 소리를 더 켜 ready to turn it up 불태워 계속해 cause now it's time to play yeah. 흥건해진 밤이 분위기를 봐 우리뿐인 party 걸리적거리는 윗도린 다리에 이 본능은 설레 나란 보는 설레 Let's get down with me 이거는 내꺼 맘대로만 봐 with it 난 흥이 좋지 실수있게 오늘 밤에서 평생 네 오지 굳이 보지 마 baby 즐기면 돼 해가 지면 미친 듯이 춤을 출 거야 You take me higher You take me there 마지막인 듯이 심장을 뛰고 있어 나를 믿고 따라와봐 널 느끼고 싶어 You take me higher You take me there Oh yeah Hey, everybody get your hands up Yeah, that's my jam Burn it up 아름다운 이 밤에 몸을 흔들어 party 모두 you got it Yeah, that's my jam Bump it up 소리 질러 everybody 리듬에 맞춰 shut it You got it 저별이 올라 여기로 다 데리고 와 Lady 이 시간이 지나면 후회할 걸 Take it there 모두 미치게
when 빛이 내 Everybody go say go yeah That's my jam burn it up 아름다운 이 밤에 몸을 흔들어 party 모두 you got it yeah That's my jam bump it up 소리 질러 everybody 리듬에 맞춰 shut it you got it
All right, very cool. This was BAP. That's my jam. It sounded like pump up the jam, pump. It kind of gave that type of vibe. If we're on the same page, no Santa. They said, was this sampled somewhere or used somewhere? I feel like I'm going crazy. I feel like that was my first thought, but I could be wrong. Some comments. Let's see. Everyone said it's a fun song. MV is not serious. I agree, Toledo. Thou says their hair here were chef's kiss. I agree. Fire hair choices in this MV for sure. Thou says Zello with his banana. I was confused, but you know I let him cook. Jung Up, man, he crushed it. I agree, Connie. Talia says, take me where Young Jay, yes, please. Gunky says, I was thinking the same thing, Brandon. Okay, cool. I feel like this was fun. This is a fun song. I definitely was getting like pump up the jam, pump it. I feel like they should do like a mashup of those two songs. I feel like that would do very well. But song itself, great, very fun. I think it absolutely nails it on the head of being a pop EDM song. Vocals on this incredible. Again, I feel like Young Jay, but more specifically, Jung Up was incredible. I was unfamiliar with his game as of into more recently, but man's doing great. I'll tell you what, he's got some insanely good vocals, so definitely love that. The Zello rap was good. I definitely enjoyed that a lot. Little again confused by the banana and potentially alcoholic beverage of choice, but you know, listen, I'm not here to judge, but conveniently interesting dilemma there. Man could not pick between banana or alcohol, and I respect that. But overall, I thought it was good. Definitely a vibe. I feel like this would low key be a club banger. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you threw this on to an unassumed crowd, I feel like people would be vibing with this one. You know what I mean? I think this is a sleeper song, you know? If that's even making any sense to anybody, but very nice. Uni says 10 out of 10 jam, thumbs up. Hey, let's go. No Santa says, hey Cheetah, get let's go. Very nice. All right. Well, we'll keep it moving tonight. The next one we've got is Skydive. This is the title track from BAP's second studio album, Noir, released on November 7th of 2016. This release marked a return to the group's dark cinematic hip-hop concept, similar to that of One Shot and Badman. The music video for Skydive is known for its extended runtime, almost 10 minutes, and a complex plot reminiscent of a short film. This story follows a heist and the dramatic tension between the members of BAP. The ending, in particular, has a surprising twist that left many fans debating its meaning. Skydive was one of the most notable BAP songs of their career, cementing their reputation for producing high-quality music and videos with mature and complex concepts. Very nice. Let's see. Wait. That says time to lock in again. Let's go. You had to go there. Guys is my other fave. Jazz says another iconic MV. Talia says, oh, up the kill count, and you gotta pay attention. Okay. That's message received. Okay. Let's get into it. I feel like B.A.P is the group that's like, if we ever feel lost concept wives for MV, they just come to the table and say, but if it had guns, you know?
We can skydive, free fall. Skydive, free fall. We can skydive, we go. 펼쳐진 세상에 나들 던져. Go to the other side.
Catch line 너를 데려가 원해 뺏긴 time 믿고 따라와 Baby let's ride
어둠 속에 날 부르듯 이 상처뿐인 fantasy.
Yes that's right Find a spotlight 나를 비춘다면 높이 날아가 Baby we can fly
Just let go 나를 믿고 네가 몸을 던져봐 시작도 끝도 없는 sky 나의 손처럼 fly 더 끌어당겨 내 몸을 다 control 버리고 skydive 결정을 불태워 dynamite skydive 모두 다 겹없이 던져봐 선물이 높여 심장을 내게 맡겨 skydive 이 세상을 전부 두고 skydive 몸을 던져 S do or die 나를 이렇게 We can skydive, free fall, yeah. 걸음은 걸음은 버리고 with me 빠르게 달리 come at me You know, you know, you know, you know We can skydive, free fall, 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 fall Let me go your begin again 내 눈에 비친 더 새로운 세계로 따뜻한 미스틱이 We can skydive, free fall, 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 fall 점점 더 밀려드는 time 온몸을 때리는 또 몰아쳐도 이겨내 out of control 버리고 skydive 결정을 불태워 dynamite skydive 모두 다 겹없이 던져봐 속도를 높여 심장을 내게 맡겨 skydive 이 세상을 전부 두고
So many traitors.
준비할 틈조차도 없이 떠나버린 너난 길을 잃어버려.
Wow, damn. All right, this was BAP's Skydive. Very nice, very nice. All right, let's see some comments here. So aggressive, I agree. Jazz says BAP, what if we kill people? That I feel like that's their I don't mean to be a joking about it, but I do feel like their concept is like we're stuck on something. You know, what if we did like an insane like scene at the end of their MVs? I feel like they almost do something entirely nuts at the end and then just leave you kind of like second guessing your thought process on it. Gunky says even though I'm too tired to even think about what's going on in the MV. Connie said the choreo is really cool. I agree. Dow says color palette of this comeback were peak. Love the purple, blue, and green. No Santa says I wish I could pull off a turtleneck like them. You've got it. No Santa, I believe. Kai says Jungkook looks so good here. Love this part. Talia says they should have written the notes in English to make it easier to understand the story. That says I was confused the first time I watched this MV. Talia says the notes are the only clues. Fair enough, fair enough. And then Jungkook joined the snake line along with Young Jae. That's true. Another backstabber. Jazz says the Jungkook dance section was insane. That was sick. Talia says, I think Jungkook said somewhere that the message of the gun in their MVs is basically no happy endings whenever a gun is involved. Pacifist kid. I just like, and it's not even like a rude comment. It's just like, I mean, I get it. Like, I think the MVs are sick. Don't get me wrong. I'm not for it or against it, but I do find it's like, holy shit, man. Like, they just like the immediate time that they're like, let me think of something we could do, and then one of the members is like, but what if we brought guns into the mix? And they're like, you know what? We haven't done that in a hot minute. Let's do it. You know, and that's fine. I have no qualms against it. I just find it very funny that whatever comment. Whatever, I feel that they turn to that thought process immediately, and it's a little concerning, but in a good concern. You know what I mean? Like I've they're like all around the same age as me, so I feel the concern as a fellow Korean brother. You know, so but otherwise, song was cool. I definitely enjoyed it. I was trying to do my best to focus in on the MVs. So I feel like some of my commentary on the song might have been lost to the ether, but I enjoyed the song. I think the song is really, really strong, and I feel like for an MV like this, you kind of want a song that kind of cuts through that, like watching the MV and stuff. And I do feel like this song does really do a great job of that. The chorus in the song is really memorable. I think it's super catchy, really punchy. Love the synth choice in this. I think it's really dynamic. It brings a lot of that high energy, high stake to the MV. The vocals were really good in this as well. But yeah, I thought this was another one that obviously is memorable for many reasons, certainly. But I do feel like the song does these a justice. So I definitely enjoy that a lot. I feel like some of the longer ones I'll definitely have to give some more love to, just because the MVs are long. But I'm curious like how the songs kind of interact in a just listening capacity. So I will absolutely go back and give this one a listen. But these were on point. So definitely enjoyed it. Talita says, no, your comment is totally normal, Brandon. Thank you. Thank you for the validation. And Jungkook just watched too much war documentaries. For real. Hopefully he's in a better mindset now, but dear Jesus, he hopefully he's feeling better. But All right. Well, we're gonna keep it moving. We've got a few more on this playlist, and we're gonna try to get through the solo stuff. But we've got "Wake Me Up." This is the title track from their sixth single album, "Rose," released on March 7th of 2017. The release was particularly significant because it marked the return of the leader Jungkook after a hiatus due to health issues. The lyrics, co-written by Jungkook and Zello, speak of an inner awakening and fighting passively. Hopefully, that's what the wording is here. It conveys a message of social awareness and personal empowerment, encouraging people to wake up from routine and apathy to live a more meaningful life. Jungkook returns to the group after recovering from a panic disorder, made the message of "Wake Me Up" even more personal and poignant for the members and fans. All right, let's get into it. I'm curious. Let's check it out. That's what I thought too, Udi. I love that. True emo.
하나둘씩 더 맞춰간 게임. Wake me up, wake me up. 지금의 날 믿어. 나를 향해 던진 물음표 없는 그 질문들. Wake me up, wake me up.
Viral evolution 백갈 도시들의 탁한 공기와 차가워진 옮김 썩어 빠진 해와 척추의 옴지 차갑게 타락해버린 진실 분열된 주체 속의 껍질 Real love, real
내내 또 다른 날 깨워 걷혀있던 희미한 불빛. Wake me up, 눈을 떠. Yeah, wake me up. 다 늦기 전날 일으켜 새로워진 난 심장 속 떨림. Wake me up, 소리쳐. Yeah, wake me up. Wake me up, 눈을 떠. Yeah, wake me up. 소리쳐. Yeah, wake me up. 다시 살아나는 감각 눈앞에 열린 이 길을 따라 Wake me up, wake me up 새로운 세상에 세상이 원했던 답은 절실함에 눈 멀어 목소리 내는 것 자체가 되는 게 속이 걸어 고민은 버리던 현실에 내게 수행을 벌어 You wake me up 이제 새로운 나만 펼쳐내워 순간 내 모든 걸 던져 숨겨왔던 진실을 찾아 Wake me up 눈을 떠 Yeah, wake me up 내내 영웅 Wake me up 날 깨워 Yeah, wake me up Wake me up 날 깨워 Yeah, wake me up
All right, very cool. This was BAP's "Wake Me Up." A couple people said love this song. Dowd says, and if I say the styling is peak again. Tilia says, Jungkook opening the song. That was very nice. I agree. I think for me, and I don't know if I'll kind of keep it a little bit brief. I feel like this song to me, and maybe more or less more of their more current themings for their songs. I appreciate how relatable they are. You know what I mean? Like I think reading some of the dialogue that Connie presented to me about the song. I think there's just a relatability to the songs. Like, I think there is a very catchy way that the song is obviously written and memorable in that sense. But I think speaking about something that is very deeply personal, or, stuff that I feel like would be a tough kind of sell to speak about regarding these songs, I think they do a great job of approaching it with such a respect to the song, but also I feel like respect to, like the way that the song needs to be said to other people, right? I think that a lot of the times, lyrics, to me, I do like lyrics, and I think that they are important to the song. Obviously, I feel like I'm music first, lyrics second, but there are some songs where I'm like really dialed in terms of the lyricism or like the emotiveness of the song, and I feel like with this one, like the lyricism is really on point first and foremost, but I feel like as well as that, like the emotion behind the song, like, trying to wake yourself up from that moment of feeling a certain way, or, again, that sort of bringing light to something that I feel like is such a dark concept, I think is really important. And they do such a great job of, I think, representing that and hopefully giving people that like light at the end of the tunnel in that perspective. So, I really got to give a lot of praise to that, certainly. But I think the song itself was very well written. I think it is very, again, stylistically very memorable, really catchy. I think that "Wake Me Up" section really is got a good hook to it, makes you remember that part of the song really well. But yeah, I thought this was another really, really beautiful song. I agree with Toledo. The Jung Up section at the beginning was really good. I also really enjoyed Jaehyun in this song, and Jungkook. I feel like those two, along with Jung Up, I feel like were my favorites in the song. Daehyun has some like really great like mid-range to high-range tone, and Jungkook's rap section was so good in this track. So definitely enjoyed this one. This one, I think, surprised me a little bit, but enjoyed it. So, all right, we're keeping it moving. The next one is Honeymoon. This is the title track from their 7th single album, Blue. It was released on September 5th of 2017. This marked the group's second comeback in 2017, following the release single album Rose in March. The music video Honeymoon features a vibrant scenic aesthetic. It was filmed in scenic locations, including a vast meadow, fields, complementing the album's concept of freedom and nature. Very cool. Let's get into it.
Till down 조금씩 천천히 젖어드는 moonlight 이 밤 긴 너도 몰아내고 wait up wake up yeah we already feel the same 복잡한 생각은 버려 don't be afraid 움츠린 본능을 자유롭게 해 저 달이 더 밝게 우리 비출 때 살아있는 이 순간 Feels like the honeymoon Feels like the honeymoon Feels like the honeymoon Let's talk, it's about time 다 휩쓸려 본 진리로 With the world 한바탕 지금 난 접수받아 처리 honeymoon 진실 없는 외면하니까 No justify 우리는 깃발 심시로 Different day 현실이란 단어의 초점 피할 수 없다면 가는 대로 해 뭐든 is okay 지금 네 생각에 맡겨 hold you day 이곳을 가득히 채운 목소리 살아있는 이 순간 Feels like the honeymoon No, no
Yo, Jung Up. Hey, let's go.
I will do my best 가슴 속 안에 피는 꿈 It feels like a honeymoon
양자수 그늘을 넘치는 별들로 내 몸을 씌워 빛나는 자유와 찬란한 청춘의 필름 I want to take you on 거기 없이 별일 없이 피하지 않아 우린 아름답지 I know you ready but I'm freer than I will be yeah.
I figure it is true life is colorful 나만의 빛으로 빈 new world 거친 이 바람도 제가 비수고 어둠은 사라져 I figure it is true life is colorful 나만의 빛으로 빈 new world 거친 이 바람도 제가 비수고 어둠은 사라져 Feels like the honeymoon
All right, let's go. This is BAP's Honeymoon. Thanks for hanging. If you're hanging, appreciate you. I enjoyed this one a lot. This one, I think this one might be amongst my favorites. I loved the melody choice in this song. I think they did a great job on that. The vocals from Daehyun and Jung Up were incredible. I would say more specifically, Jung Up, I was like just blown away. His vocals sounded so good in this song specifically. Like that little bit of like vocal rasp. He's got like a good power vocal too. It just seems so good. I also enjoyed Zilo's verse as well. Really good. Jungkook later on, his verse was really good as well. It just, oh man, they just killed it. Like this song definitely was like not what I feel like I would typically associate their sound to be, but I feel like it was just so well orchestrated. Like everybody had their moment where I was like, damn, like the vocals on that were impressive, or like the rap section was really good. There wasn't like a moment of, I don't feel like there was a moment of breath in between where I was like, ooh, I like this part, I like this part, I like this part. It just kind of was like, it bounced from the next part over and over, and I was like, damn, this is really good. So Talia says, I love Honeymoon. Connie says, this is one of my faves. Love this song. Jazz says, the vibes of this MV, lovely. I agree. Jungkook vocals were so good. Thao says, Jungkook bullet supremacy. Hey, let's go. And love Zilo's verse here. And man, that goldfish had it rough for sure. So very cool. This was definitely amongst my favorites. 100%. So, all right, we're gonna keep it moving. The next one is Hands Up. This is the title track from BAP's 8th single album, Ego. It was released on December 13th. This release marked the group's return to their aggressive electro hip hop concept, reminiscent of their early songs such as Warrior and Power. The video plays homage to the group's early days. The youngest member, Zilo, sports a curly platinum blonde hair, the style he sported during his group's debut in 2012. The video also conveys the message of BAP's returning to itself with Hands Up, a significant release for BAP as it marks a return to their powerful, aggressive concept, reinforcing the identity that distinguished them from the beginning of their careers. Very nice. All right, well, let's check it out.
냉정한 시선들에 여기 lifetime 걱정만 내 길을 걷고 받는 spotlight
Yeah, 꿈은 비긴
조각이 나도 커는 노력도 없이 야망에게 fever and feel cut 나는 상이 시선을 끌지 확실한 시간에 내게 되지는 것이
아무 이유 없이 허전해진 맘이 지쳤다는 이유로 꼭 끝이라 말할 수는 없어 못한 꽃이 피워 의지의 곳을 찾아서 손을 뻗어 hands up 에이요 이 순간 너를 믿어 두 손을 저 하늘 위로 꿈을 향해 hands up 에이요 훔치려 왔던 어제 하늘 끝높이 닿게 빛을 향해 hands up
hands up hands up 모두 멍청한 게 원해 Keep on rising, you're rising 원래 진짜 답은 없네 애초에 문제 따윈 없었으니 널 꺼내 똑바로 봐 Let's look around 전부 같은 사고방식들을 벗어나 우리 죽이는 편협한 생각과 시선 거울에 비친 진짜 너에게 hands up
별빛 하나 없이 불이 꺼진 밤이 어둡다는 이유로 그 자리에 멈춰설 순 없어 갇혔던 너를 깨워 더 높이 고개 들고서 손을 뻗어 hands up 에이요 이 순간 너를 믿어 두 손은 저 하늘 위로 꿈을 향해 hands up 에이요 훔치려 왔던 어제 하늘 끝높이 닿게 빛을 향해 hands up
hands up hands up
hands up
보이지 않는 이 길 끝에서 다가올 빛을 기다려 눈을 감고 기대 나에게
찬란함은 생각보다 더 한 걸음 닿을 거리에 있어 믿어 에이요 이 순간 우리 믿어 소리쳐 저 하늘 위로
너를 던져내는 웃음소 hands up We gon' be like whoa
에이요 하나가 되는 소리 어둠을 밝힐 때까지
별을 걸어서 몸에 네가 뻗고 hands up I'ma shout hands up hands up hands up hands up come on everybody hands up hands up come on
All right, very cool. This was BAP's Hands Up. If you're hanging out, thank you for hanging. I enjoyed this. This was very cool. I definitely feel like the nostalgia of like the first introductions to them, like their debut and like their first releases. So I can definitely feel like I can understand what they're going for conceptually, right? Like they're trying to pull from like that old school sound that brought them to this place now, and I appreciate that because not only I feel like for fans that obviously were fans of BAP and probably still are fans of BAP at the time, but I do feel like it shows a lot of homage to that time period. But I also feel like if this is maybe your first introduction to BAP, I feel like it obviously like makes this song seem a little bit more full circle, right? So I appreciate the concept of that. Vocals were really good in this song. I think probably my favorite part was Jungkook's rap. I thought he did incredible. And I think if I've got it correct, I know Daehyun, I believe, was doing like the vocal pop-off moments at the end of the song, which was also really sick. But Jungkook, I feel like, was the most memorable to me in this song. He's got, again, great rap tone. Kind of wish he was utilized a smidge more, but I understand that he does the production and also like likes to take a little bit more of the backseat role, which, hey, is fine. But man, is he good. So, but yeah, I enjoyed this one a lot. I feel like, you know, I'm kind of getting a crash course into BAP, so maybe this one doesn't like hit the same nerves as I feel like people who love BAP, but I definitely could understand if this was like potentially their last release as a full unit. I do feel like that makes it a little bit sadder, certainly. So, Dao says, who were there for Hands Up comeback? We didn't know this was gonna be their last comeback. Oof. Talia says totally. Connie says yeah with a sad face. Talia says, but we know their contracts were expiring and we counted the days, but no idea this was going to be the last. I don't think they know, to be honest either. Connie says love the chorus. Thao says okay. I wanted to make sure I wasn't out of the loop. Then I remember being like, oh, this one is okay. Can't wait for the next one. And then a year passing, their contracts ended. Oof. Connie says, this song gives me nostalgia. Fair enough. Let's see. Dao says, broke records over here. Styling is peak, peak, peak. Talia says, I think for Baby Z, this one, or Babies, excuse me. This one was also okay, in the okay range. Love it, but totally can be better. And yeah, this one never blew me away. I like the verses and the raps, but the chorus felt very weak and didn't feel like it went anywhere. IMO. Like I said, I think I have the new B glasses on, you know what I mean? So I think to me, like, I feel like, listen, if this is your alt group and you love this song, this is no disrespect to you whatsoever, but I do feel like sometimes, and I'm guilty of it as well, I feel like sometimes people have the rose-colored glasses about songs, right? And you want to, because I think that's your group, you love them, but I feel like as someone who has objectively been talking about music for a decade of my life at this point, I try to feel like, even if I am being a little rose-colored glasses, I do feel like I have to be honest and be like, you know what? This song is definitely not the best song, but I feel like for me personally, I love it. So if Hands Up is one of your favorite BAP songs, have at it, eat up. You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect here, but I do feel like for me, it was like a solid song. Would I put it in the iconic BAP songs? Probably not. But if this song came on and I was to listen to it again, I wouldn't be hating. I'll be giving it a listen. I'll be jamming it. So, that's kind of how I feel about it. But like I said, if you love the song, enjoy the hell out of it. So, all right. Well, the next one we've got, it looks like Connie says, come back as Bang Jung Yu and Moon. This is the name of the 4-member reunion project for BAP, who returned in August of 24. After nearly a 6-year hiatus. Gone is the title track of their debut album Curtain Call, which marked this comeback. The members stated that the album represented a response to fans who cheered them on and waited for their comeback following BAP's disbandment in 2019. Very nice. Very nice. Gone is the title track, which was produced by Jungkook and is included in the EP Curtain Call. Both lyrics and the music video Gone express the desire to live in the moment with their fans who have waited patiently for them. Hey, let's go. And let's see. Talia says, oh my God, it's time for Gone. That says miraculous reunion. Talia says, I cried for a whole year, maybe exaggeration, but not really. And okay, I will definitely put the captions on, but very cool. This is Gone. So let's check it out.
시간이 흘러도 오랫동안 함께했던 느낌이 너무 좋아. 이런 적구처럼 바래져도 잊지 못할 향기 떠올리며 살아.
끝은 새로 시작이라는 걸 알아. 돌아보면 순수했던 지나나 공허함은 예쁜 웃음에도 원래 끝이 끝으로 끝나지 않아.
눈을 감는 날에도 영원히 날 기억할게. Because you are here. 소중한 걸 보내 너의 놀래 떨리는 입술 끝에 맺힌 말이 많아.
언젠간 또 만나 Goodbye
제로. 오, 좋아.
이제 영재 파트인가?
아, 씨, 멋있게 나와야 되는데.
그죠.
Our love is not over 우린 멀어져도
That's cool.
사랑했던 거 변치 않을 테니까 My love is not over 슬퍼하지 마요 한동이란 말 해도 괜찮아요 난 눈부셨던 날들 건 시간이 흘러 언젠간 yeah, 또다시 만날 수 있을까 이제 후회 사랑이 없어져 절대 날 잊지 말아줘 알아 이건 우리 마지막이란 걸 you know 고요해진 목소리 더는 의미 없는 거리 Baby I take you there 꽉 잡아줘 눈을 감는 날에도 영원히 널 기억할게 Because you are here 내 마음엔 always You're my one and only 노래해요 노래 위에 영원할 걸 알아 언젠간 또 만나 Goodbye Our love is not over 우린 멀어져도 사랑했던 거 변치 않을 테니까 My love is not over 슬퍼하지 마요 한동이란 말 해도 괜찮아요 난 눈부셨던 날들 건 끝이 아닌 goodbye
잘 나왔는데?
진짜요? 이거 대박 나는 거 아니야?
That's cool. All right, very nice. This was Bang Jung Yu and Moon, and this song is Gone. Very nice. Couple comments here. Let's see. Biscuit says, "Love Gone, great album too." Ooh, we'll have to check it out. Kai says, Thou says, I feel like I live 500 different lifetimes between Hands Up and Gone. That makes sense. I feel like I've had the luxury of speed running this, so I could imagine it would feel like an eternity, certainly. So I get it. Kai says, my God, I want to cry again. Talia says same, and I was just listening to this year to date. Wow, okay. If I've got YTD correct, if I've got it wrong, let me know, Talita. And Thou says Curtain Call is such a solid album, love it so much. Connie says song gives me chills. Thou says sometimes I forget that the song can be interpreted as a love song because it reads as such a pure fan song to me. Jazz says so pretty. Yesterday. Okay, sorry. And all songs in the Curtain Call album are basically love letters to the fans. If you're a baby's fair, okay. That makes more sense than my comment before. Internet slang is not my strong suit. But anyway, this was very cool. I enjoyed this. I feel like again, I don't personally like I said, I'm getting to listen to this all at once. So I feel like to me, it's like I respect how much dedication and how much love the song has because you could tell you could tell there's just a warmth to this song that I really appreciate. And I think if you are a baby's, this song and probably album is written for you, certainly. So I feel like in that capacity, there's just like a lot of love to give in terms of like the artistry and I just appreciate that groups like this kind of do write fan songs. I think it's just really sweet and endearing, and I love it. The song itself was great as well too. Very, very melodic, very beautiful. I feel like it's a little bit different than what I have come to expect from them from BAP, but like I'd imagine so, just because it's just a different formula. They're older, like I feel like musicality, changes year over year, and so I just appreciate A, that they're still making music, and B, that, there's a seasonedness about this song. You know what I mean? Like it's really well written. The hooks are really good. And I really like that a lot. I'm excited to hopefully hear more from them in the up and coming future. But their voice is really, really good. Jung Up, I feel like I had slept on him about halfway through this stream, and I would like to apologize to all the Jung Up fans. He is fucking incredible. But I felt like in this song he was really, really good. I also really enjoyed Youngjae and Daehyun, but I've been giving them a lot of love. They're both very talented artists. And Jungkook was great too. I feel like he adds that beautiful low end that we've been loving throughout, but it just they've kind of fit like a really good like melodic spectrum vocally that I really appreciate. So this was another great song. I'll have to give up the vibe too. So very nice. Till you said yesterday. Okay, that was my bad. Appreciate it. Dao says you gotta expect the unexpected from them. That is true. That is true. I feel like they're not in the pocket for sure. Okay, they are in the pocket, but I feel like I love when they go out of the box, So Dao says, you speed ran the Jung Up experience too, LMAO. Everyone slept on him because up until Young Wild and Free, to be honest. That's fair. Listen, I'll go full screen Jung Up. I apologize. You're a goat, and I feel like I gotta give you your love. So, salutes, my brother. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the last one. It looks like we are doing Christmas with You. This is the Christmas special album by the 4 members. We have listened to this before, but we'll close it out because we are getting to that potential time of the year. It was released on December 18th of 2024, and it was a few months after their comeback EP Curtain Call. So we're gonna check it out. So Dao says, as a Jung Up stan, watching him rise was amazing. Let's go. And Connie says, Jung Up was not my bias, but I fell for him. Now I have 2 faves, him and Jungkook. That's fair. Great choices. So. All right, let's check out the final one, Christmas with You, to get into the holiday season. So. Sweet like candy. Tell you what.
미움들이 사라지길 기도하는 밤 In silence we find peace 찬란하고 반짝이는 12월의 우리 사랑은 It must be the shining holiday So I love you To be your love, don't you worry, Merry Christmas To be your love, 하얀 맘에 Merry Christmas 소란한 밤이 고요해질 때까지 꼭 안아줄게 My love will be forever Dreaming of Christmas with you
Hey, let's go. This is for sure going on the holiday playlist when we come around to that this time of year. But very nice. This one is Christmas with You from the members, some of the members of B.A.P. Very nice. Let's see. Everyone said Merry Christmas. Love it. Talia says the war documentary on the TV. LOL. I gotta find that. I'm pretty sure I saw it as well, and I was like, oh god, let me see the TV. Yeah. Oh my god. I thought I saw it because I saw like a little section of it. That's crazy. Wow. Talia says, on a serious note, though, it embodies the song's message of wishing peace for the world amid all that is happening. Agreed. That says, once again, pacifists kings. Hey, let's go. Connie says, I love that. I love you part is so good. My favorite part. And Unhi says, lovely. I agree. We have listened to this. I think actually, funnily enough, almost a year ago, because we checked out a bunch of holiday songs. But I really enjoyed this one. Coming back and listening to it now, having a lot more perspective on BAP, which I think ironically enough, I said we would cover BAP sooner and we did not, which is my fault entirely. But wow, this is such a sweet song. I think like the instrumentation's gorgeous. I love the kind of jazzy, like holiday feel of the song, of course. The vocals are gorgeous. I feel like the members of this particular unit was just incredibly well done. Or not unit, but just group comeback was just incredibly well done. And I don't know, you just can't help but enjoy like kind of the musicianship, the melody. I was trying to like hum along to some of the melody choices, but they are far better vocalists than I am, certainly. So I feel like I lost my track there at some points, but just well acquainted. I feel like to me it kind of comes full circle where I feel like BAP is like the group where you can expect the unexpected. They can give you like really gorgeous tracks like this, and they can give you like heavy hitters. It's just really impressive, and I think it obviously shows the scope of what they're capable of doing. So really, really cool. Obviously we will be covering the solo songs most likely on Wednesday. If Connie is cool with that, we will be doing that, and then probably some catch up after that, just because, you know, we only have, I think there's 10 songs on here. Yep, 10 songs. So we will migrate over there after on Wednesday. So Toledo says, yeah, I remember because I was the one putting that on one of the requests. Thank you, Toledo. Appreciate it. Sorry it took so long for us to cover BAP. But very nice, very nice. Some favorites tonight. Ooh, that's tough. Tough stuff. I'm gonna say Honeymoon. Ooh. Skydive, Feel So Good, Young Wild Free, One Shot, Stop It, and I can't decide between Warrior or Power, so I'm just gonna say both of them. So those would be my favorites. Overall, I don't know if I have an honorable mention. I think they were all very good. Like I said, I don't know if there would be one. Um, I don't know if there would be ones that I would include on that list. Otherwise, I think maybe I would say maybe That's My Jam would probably be the other one where I'm like, ooh, that could be that could be out there. You know what I mean? So those would be my choices for sure. So Guggy says we're only a little bit behind on this stuff. Um I was gonna say that every time that I check my posts on my phone, it gets longer and longer. So we will definitely have to do that after the solo stuff on Wednesday. So Connie says, yo, we got the same faves, Brandon. A. That's my goat. We love it. Connie, shout outs. Thank you again for picking BAP. And Dow says, nice choices. Thank you. Appreciate it. So very cool. We will be doing the solo stuff from BAP on Wednesday, along with some catch up. As well as that, I feel the need to plug two things. One, if you have not joined Discord, feel free to join Discord because we've talked about it a lot. And if you're new, please join. We would love to see you there. As well as that, it's wheel time. It is wheel time. So if there's anybody that we feel should be added to the wheel, the wheel gods here, let me know. But Connie was lovely enough to pick, and then we still have Sally's. I know Sally wants us to do Newest, so I will find out when they are free. But Newest would be the next group deep dive thing. So, Kyle says I always fall asleep before this. There you go. We'd love to see it. Where the fuck did I save the wheel? I saved it in here. What the fuck? Oh god, now I gotta look through my never-ending photos and videos and shit in here. Okay. God. Okay, it wasn't that far back. All right, I'm just gonna look it up. I know I had it. Brandon versus Wheel. I was gonna say, for real. Okay, cool. I do have it. All right. I don't know if we added any to the list. I think we all agreed that we should add on Andy, which I don't see Andy's name on here, but I've been seeing Andy. I see Andy a lot here in chat. So Andy, if chat votes that you could be on the wheel, then we will add Andy onto the wheel. I feel like y'all can keep me honest. So, okay. Thank you, chat. Appreciate it. Listen, I gotta keep it real, So, all right. I'm gonna hit shuffle like 3 times, and we're gonna go. So, 1, 2, 3. All right. 3, 2. Oh wait, I gotta take Sally off. I just realized I put Sally on there. All right, cool. All right, let's go. Is it twice? Oh god. All right, fine. I feel like I screwed Sonja. Oh god. Andy is on there twice. Okay. Oh no. All right, cool. All right. Andy is on there twice. The wheel is rigged. I'm trying to make it less rigged. All right, let's go. I'm just gonna close my eyes. I hit shuffle a bunch. Luvis? All right. All right. Let's do it. All right, cool. Well, Luvis, if you're watching this, you've won. Let's go. Kudos to you. I will make sure to call you out in Discord. So if you have the same name, great. I feel bad. I feel bad for Solcha because I fucking picked their name and it was rigged. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. It hurts so bad. Very nice. If you are new, I do the wheel every month. So every beginning of the month, you could either do your own deep dive of your choice. I could send you an album if you would like an album. And I don't know if there is another choice. If you have another choice, let me know. That's the vibes. That's what I've been getting from chat. So if there is a third choice, I'll throw the third choice in the IG category. But I feel like that's about it. So very nice, Luvis. Kudos to you. You have won. We can remove your name from the wheel, but you won't go away forever. You will come back to the wheel once we cycle through. But very cool. Thank you, chat. Everyone's vibing. Waffle House meetup with I feel like everyone's gonna choke me out now at this point because I put Andy's name twice. I was just fucking it up tonight. So I appreciate that Kaylee said Andy's on there twice, and then Andy also said that they were on there twice. So keeping it honest, we love to see it. So seriously, Waffle House, Sonja versus Sonja, if you're watching this, apologies. I'll DM you. Maybe we'll work something out. I feel bad. So Sonja, if you're watching this, we'll connect. But anyway, very cool stuff. Hope to see you in the next stream. And if you have not done catch up stuff, put it in the Discord, please. Would love to see you there. But thank you, y'all. We'll see you on the next stream. Peace.